Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, and today is a very different kind of video. Today is the first video in my journey of exposure therapy for something that I haven't really spoken a lot about before. So before I get into this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe and ring the bell to receive notifications every time I upload a new video. So you probably know what this video is from the title of the video, but you're probably thinking, what on earth is globophobia? And before you say, no, it's not the fear of globes, or snow globes, which everyone sort of assumes because of the word globe, but it is actually, in fact, a fear of balloons. So, where did my globophobia start? Well, this is the thing, I don't specifically remember an exact moment. My mum said to me that I was always quite nervous of them growing up as a child. If they brought them out in parties, I'd have to leave the room. I'd always be sort of weary or nervous of them. There was this one moment I remember at one of my previous churches when I was a child, and we were obviously clearing up from something, and I was sat on a chair in this hallway with a balloon, and I went, why is there a piece of tape on it? And of course, undiagnosed autistic me at the time went, well, let's see why. I peeled off the tape, it burst in my face. And that was really scary. And I don't know whether I had the phobia before then, but that definitely sticks out in my mind. And of course, most people would be scared if a balloon popped right in their face, right? And it was only really this year that I sort of looked at it and went, hang on a second, like, you know, you don't have to live with it forever. You can actually overcome a phobia. And I don't know why that genuinely hadn't occurred to me before. I'd always just gone, oh, well, I'm the person that is scared of balloons and avoids balloons, and that's it. And I tell everyone, oh, I have this phobia, and then I don't really think to myself, oh, why don't you do something about it? And I really want to, although I'm absolutely terrified. So that's what this exposure therapy journey is going to be. Actually, a YouTuber I followed a while back started posting exposure therapy journey videos for her agoraphobia, and that really inspired me to want to do the same, because actually I don't know many people that have globophobia. It's not really well talked about. When you think of the main phobias, you sort of think of arachnophobia, agoraphobia, the one that's called a fear of heights, I don't know what the name is for that, all the really common ones like fear of blood, and you don't really think of fear of balloons as a main phobia. And so for a long time I thought I was weird and I was different because I was really scared of this thing. So I really want to just share my journey with you guys, to let you know that if you have a fear of balloons or anything really, that you're not alone, and that you can overcome it, because I am determined. So the first thing I did when I decided I wanted to overcome my fear of balloons was I bought a book. Now, this is the Anxiety and Phobias Workbook by Edmund J. Bourne, PhD. And it was really interesting reading some of the stuff in there. Obviously, it's a massive book. I didn't read the whole book, just the bits that were relevant to my, relevant to my situation. And one of the main things it said in the book, in terms of starting exposure therapy, and it basically said to make a hierarchy list of steps ranging from the thing that you would find easiest to the thing that you find most difficult, that you want to work towards. So today I'm going to be writing out a hierarchy list. It said about 7 to 14 points. And basically the aim is to split the list into 2 sections. So you have what's called the coping stage and then the full exposure stage. The coping stage might be doing things with a friend or a support person, or using aids such as ear defenders or headphones or fidget toys. And then the full exposure stage is doing it without those things and without the support, doing it by yourself basically. So I'm going to work on my hierarchy list now, and then at some point soon I am gonna start the list, I guess. So yeah, join me on my journey of Globophobia exposure therapy, which, that's a tongue twister in itself. Try and say it 10 times really, really fast. Globophobia exposure therapy, blah, 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 blah. I can't do it, it's too much. Anyway, catch you on the next side. As long as I'm breathing, I've got a reason to praise the Lord, oh my soul. Okay, so I wrote them out and then I went and made like nice copies of them on my computer, printed them off and laminated them. I want to stick them on my wall so I can see my progress throughout, and just, I think it would be a good reminder to keep going and how far I've come. So it's said to make 7 to 14 steps. I may have made about 100. But to be fair, it did say go at your own pace, like there is no right or wrong. It's whatever you feel comfortable with. And these are just the things that I came up with, and there's 100 of them, so we might be here a while. So the idea is, I don't know if you can see this because it's in yellow, but I've got my Globophobia hierarchy, and then I've got the steps on this side, and then coping and full, and then I can tick them off when I've done them, and like obviously if I've done one more than once I can do laser ticks. So the first step I've written on here is to go and buy a pack of balloons from a supermarket, and I'm going to do that with my friend Hannah. We're actually meeting soon for a big church event, and we're going to go afterwards and buy some balloons. It will be hopefully easier having someone with me, so I'll take you along for that ride as well. And then it sort of ranges all the way up to going to a party that has balloons, and the last one I put was having a balloon pop in the same room as me. Yeah, so that I would really struggle with. For people that know me, they will know I have been to parties with balloons, with intense fear and anxiety, and some of them have led to panic attacks, and overwhelm and stress, and a lot of the times I will avoid going to those situations because I'm just too worried. What if one of them pops? What if there's loads of balloons everywhere, or the kids are playing with them, or, you know, they're so unpredictable. And one of the reasons that I really want to overcome this Globophobia, why am I crying now? It's kind of emotional, is because I spent so long having this intense fear of balloons, and I just don't want to avoid them for the rest of my life and miss out on so many fun things and just normal things as well, just because I'm scared of a balloon. And like there's been so many events as well where people they're gonna have balloons, and then I get invited and I say, oh, I'm really sorry, can't come if there's going to be balloons, and then they take them down and I feel really terrible because I'm like, oh, I've ruined the whole thing because now it's not a party because you've taken the balloons down, and I feel really terrible, and then I just feel really bad the whole time and I can't enjoy the event. So that's one reason why I really want to overcome it, and also just to not be so scared and so paranoid and on edge all the time when I'm around them, and to be able to just relax and enjoy in the same room as a balloon. So yeah, I've decided I'm going to overcome my globophobia, no matter how long it takes. The next slide will probably be me going to buy a bag of balloons from the shop. So now I am ready to challenge and overcome my fears with my globophobia exposure therapy, and I'm taking you for the ride. Okay, what are we doing today, Hannah?
We're going to buy balloons.
Woohoo! Ah! Let's go. There's a SpongeBob bag. Okay, sorry. These ones have yellow in them.
Yeah, go for the yellow ones. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to do that holding you to make sure a bit sick. That's okay.
You're doing good though.
Oh. Yeah. Sorry, I can't resist.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I can't resist.
You're doing it. Oh, it's like very zoomed in though. Like, I just can't really get the whole thing, but I'm gonna try.
Why do I? Hey guys, future editing Holly, just popping on to say I didn't really explain this next bit. I sort of just went into it. I challenged myself to look at pictures of balloons online for a certain amount of times, and since I had quite a bit of downtime at my cafe, I decided to do some then. This is just me looking at photos of balloons, how I end up reacting to that due to my globophobia. Anyway, that's this next footage. Pardon me. Oof. Okay, that's... That's not even real. Still not ready. Hi, it's me. I'm back again. So obviously you could see that was really hard for me looking at pictures of balloons. Something that actually happened was I was looking at pictures of balloons, and as I was looking at one in particular, someone, I think, moved a chair or something, made a really loud noise, and because I was looking at the picture of the balloon at the time, my brain went, it was the balloon that made the noise, and it scared me. And so that's a bit of insight into how my brain works when it comes to balloons. Obviously I know that it wasn't the balloon, but in the moment I went, oh, it was the balloon, even though it wasn't. So that's obviously something I'm going to have to work on. But it was a great start, and I need to do it again a lot of times. But yeah, anyway. Okay, I'm so proud of myself. I've had this bag of balloons on my worktop for a whole week. Woohoo! I'm going to keep them there. I've also been listening to a podcast today. Hang on, let me show you myself. Hi. I've also been listening to a podcast today that basically reminded me not to leave things too long before you challenge things again, because then it makes it even harder to do it the next time. And for some reason I had a block in my head that went, oh, I have to wait till that's been sat on my worktop for a week before I can then do another thing. But that's not the case. You can do as many things as you want to challenge your phobia. You don't have to wait till one's done before doing the next one or doing it again. So tomorrow I'm going to the shops and buying a pack of balloons by myself, because last time I was with my friend Hannah, and this time I'm going to do it by myself, and I'm going to keep them on my worktop, 2 packs of balloons for the next week. Okay, so I'm on the way to a shop now. I've just come out of work, and I'm starting to get that sick feeling in my stomach when I get anxious, but it's not a big sick feeling, so I'm feeling confident. What I'm going to do is I need to actually get a couple of other bits of shopping, so oh, there's a lot of stuff going on. So I'm going to get the balloons first and carry them around with me whilst I get my other shopping, and I want to do it in this order because I noticed when I was looking at pictures of balloons the other day that when a loud noise went off or a sudden sharp sound happened, I was triggered because I thought it was the balloon, because I was at the moment looking at a picture of a balloon, even though it wasn't the balloon, because the balloon wasn't even real, it was just a picture. So I think that with all the noises that come in a supermarket, it might trigger some things from me, and I want to challenge that. So I'm going to get the balloons, then get the rest of my shopping, and I'll see you in a bit. And the sick feeling is getting worse. Wish me luck. What ones do I choose? Oh, these ones have stars on them, but I can't see them. Maybe I should get the ones I can see. Oh, but I don't like the picture of that one. I'll get the stars. Yeah, because I can see the other pack at home. very claustrophobic. There were so many people around, and the aisle was just getting so manic. Felt a bit trapped with holding these balloons, and like I was struggling to breathe a bit, but I'm out of it now. So just gonna get the rest of my shopping and then take it from there. I got my balloons. Something I'm really learning throughout this process. Well, I say throughout this process, I know I've only started my journey with exposure therapy. But one thing I have learnt, or I'm learning, is that you are going to feel very uncomfortable. Obviously I knew that. Well, that's not really what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is you will feel anxious, and you can't just run away from the feeling of being anxious, because that's the whole thing that created a phobia in the first place, is feeling anxiety about something and then avoiding it to not feel the discomfort and the unpleasant feelings. So it was a bit tough in the supermarket, but I knew that there would be no point like leaving without buying them if I got that far, and it supposedly will only get easier from here on out, so I'm hoping so. I mean, I'm holding a pack of balloons to my face. That's yeah, quite a thing. But I'm going to be kind to myself for the rest of the day, since I have just done a big challenge. And I'm not going to leave it so long next time before buying my next pack. So yeah, challenge, repeat. Okay, so an update on my progress so far. It's been about 2 weeks into my exposure therapy journey for my globophobia, and this is what my sheet is looking like. Quite a few ticks on there already, and I'm really proud of myself. So my friend Hannah and I went to buy a pack of balloons from a shop a couple weeks back, and I've kept them on my counter, and today I went and bought a new pack of balloons by myself and added them to the other pack. So I'm going to keep those on my counter where I can see them, hopefully for a while, to get used to them being there. I've also been trying to look at pictures of balloons online. I often get quite a lot of downtime at my cafe, which is a good place for me to just be scrolling online through pictures of balloons. And yeah, I've managed to look at the same picture of a balloon for a good 10 minutes, which I'm surprised by. There's this one picture that I came across, and as I look into it, it almost feels like it's getting bigger. Just sort of like so you understand what it's like for me. So I screenshotted it and saved it on my phone because obviously there's something about the balloon that is causing me anxiety. So I'm gonna try and just look through some more photos of balloons and stuff. So that's what I've done so far, and yeah, I'll keep you updated. But I hope you found this video interesting and you learnt a bit more about myself. Obviously I have a whole series of shorts on my channel that is challenging my anxiety, and that's very much a lot of everyday things like going into a supermarket twice in one day, or having to make a phone call to someone, or booking tickets for the cinema. And so if you want to check that out, I'll leave that in the link in the description down below. Yeah, this is more one of my really big anxieties and phobias, of which I have a few of. For example, arachnophobia, also a fear of heights. So who knows, maybe we'll challenge those next. But for now, focusing on one fear at a time. And hopefully see you on the next part of my journey, whenever that will be. And so if you did like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe and ring the bell to receive notifications every time I upload a new video. One day I'm going to have a real bell when it will come out. But until then, have a good week, and I'll see you next Wednesday for the next video. Bye guys.